Hi, Patrick here. So sometimes you have some files in your working directory or in your folders, or you have some files that you cannot actually identify, and you want to use Python to work with those types of files. It can be a CSV file, it can be a PNG file, which some call it PNG files, and you want to actually use Python to identify those type of files. So let me show you how you can actually do that. So um, like I said initially, you have all these type of files over here, and you want to use Python to actually identify the types of files that you actually want to work with. So um, the first thing you have to do is by importing your models. So we use the import models. The OS model is going to help you to set up a working directory. If you don't know how to set up a working directory, check my previous videos and it will show you how to set up a working directory. So you are going to use the glob model to actually do what we want to do. So you run the file. Now this help you to set up a working directory, which I have actually explained in my previous video. So I am not going to explain that again. So let's assume that you have that and you will click that to run it. That will actually set up your working directory to be sure that this is basically the place that your files are located. If you look at it, you can see that they are here. So um, now, for example, when you look at the files, you can see these ping files over here. How do you use Python to actually identify those types of files? And if you have CSV files, you can also use the same Python to actually locate these types of files. So what I'm going to explain is that we write a function, and the function is called the display pictures, that is the ping. So after you define the function, now this ping files is a variable that we define, and we are going to use the glob model to actually do that. So you say glob, and this particular strange over here with the asterisk wildcard is going to tell you that I am looking for all the files with the extension PNG. So once you do that, now you can actually point the file. You can use this function to check if the script is being run directly by the Python interpreter. So once you write these files, you run this, and then now you can call your function. So what you have to do is to actually run this file and see if we can actually locate all the PNG extension files. So we run that, and you can see that we can see all the monster PNG files, which we already showed here. So you can see all these files with the PNG extension, excluding the CSV and XLX extension, because that is not what we did. If you want to know how to look at these particular files, I would show you how to do that. Now, um, for example, if you want to look at all the CSV files, which I already showed in here, the CSV files over here, which we have this one, we have this, we have this, and then we have this. If you want to use Python to do that, we do the same thing. So this one, we write the same function, and then after we define our variable, we say glob dot glob and then the wildcard with the CSV extension. So this is going to look at all the files with CSV extension. Then we print it. I hope you know how this one is doing. This one is telling you if the script is being run directly by the Python interpreter, and then after that you call your function. So we are trying to display all the CSV files in the current working directory that I set. So you will run that, and this will show you all the CSV files in the working directory. So sometimes you have in your files, and you remember that you saved a particular file that is called, for example, Monster, and you want to you use a Python to identify all the files that you don't remember, but you remember that you save it like, okay, Monster or a particular name, and you want to use Python to actually do that. So you do the same thing, and the only difference is that we look at the wildcard over here, and the wildcard asterisk here, it's at both sides of the string over here. So this is going to look at all the working directory and look at all the files that is stored as monster one. We might have multiple monsters. So we do that, and then we point the function. This is basically the same thing. And then you run that. This tell you that we have only two files with the name monster one in the current working directory. So for instance, maybe you have a file that you have saved, but you want to look at all the folders to see if the file is called monster, or you have to look at recursively all the files. So what you have to do is to write the same function, and then you use for an item in glob glob.glob, then you use this function, the double wildcard, this, and then you are asking if it's recursive. It means that recursively means it goes back into the folders. Like for instance, you have this one, it goes back to this, then it goes back to this, then it goes back to this, then it comes to the main screen. So that is what you want to do. So we are trying to see if we have a file called monster recursively. So we try and then run the file. So once you do that, it tells you all the files that have the word monster. You can use this one to identify any missing files or any missing item that you have in your computer, and this is going to work. I have another one over here which I will post in my GitHub. If you are somebody who wants to know all the code over here, I did a lot of coding over here. It's just not too long. Just a few files over here to look at your working directory. You can follow my GitHub at the link below, and you would definitely get access to these files. I hope this helps. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you.